McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. Needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan did not hold back at all when he publicly called out Floyd Mayweather, openly questioning how legitimate Floyd's claims really are about owning $42 million spread across 60 different buildings. Those flashy numbers that Floyd often repeats have been challenged again and again by credible voices who argue that the fortune he boasts about is heavily exaggerated. While the public image paints a picture of a massive financial empire, many now believe that Mayweather's supposed wealth could actually be a fragile house of cards built on bold claims, exaggerations, and promises that don't fully hold up under scrutiny.
Floyd is just piecing him up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
he's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. There's all sorts of things that goes into
Yeah, you
that.
got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you.
Looking at his career evolution, Floyd transformed from an exciting, crowd-pleasing boxer into the persona known as Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan has commented on how Floyd gradually shifted away from focusing on the thrill and artistry of boxing and instead began prioritizing money above everything else, often while disrespecting his opponents in the process. This shift marked a major turning point in how fans and critics viewed his motivations.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I'll show you, when I'll show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so
Rogan has also pointed out that Floyd is remembered not just for his boxing talent, but even more for the enormous wealth he claims to possess. He remains one of the most famous boxers in history, yet Rogan strongly criticized the idea of Floyd entering MMA, clearly stating that he would be completely outmatched in that sport. This reflects how even respected commentators have questioned his adaptability and ability outside the boxing ring.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train.
He's screwed.
First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
Another story, Joe Rogan highlighted Floyd's influence by describing an incident where Mayweather allegedly fired a referee in the middle of a fight. Rogan emphasized that only someone at the very top of boxing, both in fame and power, could make such a move happen. This moment further illustrates how deeply Floyd's money and influence reach into every corner of his career.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the f are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insane.
According to Rogan, Floyd's unmatched competitive drive comes directly from his upbringing. His father and uncle were intensely competitive themselves and pushed him constantly to excel in everything he did. That environment shaped him into the dominant fighter he became during his prime years. However, that same competitiveness now appears to extend into how he approaches business, wealth, and financial success.
You'll just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super, they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time, and the boxing.
Floyd once claimed that he earns $3 million every single month, even suggesting he makes more than Bill Gates. While statements like these may impress fans, anyone familiar with boxing paydays and the pay-per-view business model understands that such claims sound far more like fantasy than reality. Financial experts have largely dismissed these numbers, saying they simply don't add up in any realistic way.
And Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money. Floyd Mayweather got it.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. There's that. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd has always spoken openly about how central money is in his life. He has even said he wants his children to follow the same business path he has taken, with his main goal being the creation of generational wealth. However, this philosophy has also made him a target for critics who believe he values cash more than character.
We've been building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do.
Despite his massive earnings, several reports and allegations suggest Floyd owes money to other fighters. One of the most well-known stories comes from rapper 50 Cent, who claimed Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while Floyd was in jail. Floyd reportedly asked him to manage his promotion, and 50 Cent invested heavily, only to later claim Floyd acted as if he knew nothing after being released.
We brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated.
Yeah.
Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying the new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do
50 Cent did not stop with just one accusation. He later claimed that many people within Floyd's own circle actually dislike him. According to 50, Floyd is obsessed with money and lacks basic values, constantly bragging about wealth and status in a way that makes it difficult for others to respect him beyond his boxing achievements.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
And it took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think he'll step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Floyd's financial controversies go even further. Logan Paul also stepped forward claiming Floyd still owes him money from their exhibition fight. Despite the global attention and millions generated by the event, Logan insists he has not been paid in full. This adds to the growing pattern of Floyd's money-centered approach, sometimes crossing into controversy.
Fight Logan Paul. Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul. Tyson Fury. What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has. Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million. So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds.
Oscar De La Hoya has shared his perspective as well, saying he believes Floyd continues to fight because he still needs money. According to De La Hoya, many boxers go broke due to lavish spending. Considering Floyd's luxury lifestyle filled with cars, designer clothes, and private jets, this concern does not seem completely unfounded.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd has made headlines repeatedly for his extravagant spending habits. He owns a watch worth $18 million and claims to have hundreds more worth thousands each. These displays of wealth certainly grab attention, but they also spark serious conversations about whether such spending can truly be sustained long-term, even with Floyd's enormous earnings.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
Happy birthday, champ. That's how we doing. That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
No,
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. 101 piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Joe Rogan was also among those who said the fight between Floyd and Conor McGregor was simply a massive money grab. Floyd had already retired, yet he returned to the ring for a $100 million payday. For someone who constantly talks about money, this fight looked like another clear example of turning fame into fortune.
So your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. Sneak this, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like.
Floyd himself has never been shy about bragging. He frequently claims that no boxer in history has accomplished what he has achieved. His confidence is undeniable, but his constant comparisons with others help fuel his brand while also inviting skepticism and criticism.
Still waiting? Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd fought Logan Paul for money, yet later criticized Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul at an older age. Fans and critics quickly noticed this hypocrisy. It suggests Floyd wants to control the narrative around money fights, supporting them when he benefits but criticizing others for doing the same.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has not hidden his feelings about Floyd either. He once mentioned that he doesn't like Floyd because, despite being retired, Floyd has always shown—
Because, despite being retired, Floyd constantly shows off his wealth and lifestyle.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you—
Floyd has been business-minded since the very start of his career. However, the methods he has used to secure and display wealth have raised ethical questions. From unpaid dues to exaggerated earnings, there are moments where Floyd's version of success appears to be built more on illusion than integrity. All right, everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.